Turban Divas, that you are coming and hanging out with us, and we're going to have some real talk from real women and real stories about, breast cancer and everything that makes us feel great about ourselves, and different ways that we can push our way through this diagnosis and feel a little bit better about ourselves. And that is one of the platforms I love about CureDiva, is that we are all about that, just trying to find ways to make it easier to get through this. So Laurie, can you tell us a little bit about you and about your diagnosis and how you came about Turban Divas and where it came from? Share it with us.
Hi, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be. I was diagnosed in 2008. I've been practicing as a chiropractor for about 15 years, and I'd been through it with my mother-in-law, also had breast cancer. And so I was very hopeful, but what freaked me out the most is losing my hair. Because at the time, this was 2008, there really wasn't a lot out there that was pretty. And so the only vision I had of, you lose your hair, you wear one of these little, baseball cap or something tied behind your head, and it was really obvious that you'd lost your hair. And you don't want people feeling sorry for you. Your hair is your crowning glory. All these things we know, but I really freaked out over it. I more so than going through the chemo.
You know what I think women find is that cancer is one thing, but it takes so much from us that we can't control any of that. And then it takes our hair, and we're like, wait a minute, you're taking that too? You're taking the one thing that we can throw up in a ponytail and say, I'm having a bad hair day. And now you're taking that. Your app freaks us all out. Go ahead.
Yeah, no kidding. So that's pretty, later found out that's pretty common. I think, what's the vanity here? But it's not vanity. I mean, that's part of our identity, is part of our survival, is to be attractive, So, I mean, no matter how old you are, you want to look good, whatever good is to you. So I started wrapping whatever I could get my hands on. I mean, pashmina shawls, everything with the bedspread. And I came up with a look that was really great for me. And I was layering scarves and all this. Unfortunately, it was wintertime, but it was really hard to do. You had to tie it really tight. Number one, that was the big thing. And then the second big thing, it was so hot, so you could get that volume. And if you're having a hot flash, you got to unwrap the whole thing. So, and a lot of women were asking me how I did it. So when I go into, for my treatments, the nurses would come over and all the patients would go, oh, what are you wearing today? And so I kind of became this little celebrity.
I love that.
But it really gave me something to look forward to every day. It is getting up and matching the scarves and seeing my wardrobe in a whole new way, and adding some big earrings. And so I really got a lot more daring with my wardrobe than I had been. And I mean, people would stop me on the street, men and women, and go, your head wrap looks so great. So I wanted to be able to, number one, do it easily, and number one and two, be able to share this with other women so they could do it easily. So I've always been able to sew, and I got out my sewing machine and started snipping and clipping and sewing, and came up with the design. And the design has evolved over the years. I found I did a lot of sewing myself. I found local contractors that would take small lots so they could help me out when I needed it. And it's just grown, and I had no idea how much grow. And I actually retired from chiropractic last August.
Did you really?
Just full time. Yep. Yeah, I absolutely love it. I also, a couple of years, 2011, I had a heart attack from all the stress of, managing medical practice. And I thought, you know what, there's more to life than this. So here I am, divas, at your disposal.
I love it. I love it. So, did you hear me?
Your screen just froze. Did you just ask me a question? Would you ask again?
Yep. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Which one do you have on your head right now?
Okay, this is the one-piece jersey wrap. And I know you have a lot of questions about the different fabrics. You want me to go over that first?
I'm actually getting messages right now for them. So I've been putting them on the sidebar as to what they...
Okay. Yeah. So I borrowed a head for the occasion. Jersey is a knit. Okay, and this is really popular in clothing now. It's stretchy. I use only natural sustainable fabrics. So I don't use any polyesters or nylons or anything like that. The jersey does have 5%.
That is so important because your head is really breathable.
Oh, yeah. The
Fabrics.
jersey has a 5% spandex, so it bounces back into position. Okay,
Yep.
so that gives it its bounce. It won't stretch out. So that's a knit. So I do that in rayon, modal, micro modal. These are all made from trees.
Okay.
So whenever you see rayon, it's made from the cellulose of a tree.
Okay.
And the modal, micro modal, all those are made from different trees. So what it does, it doesn't lock in heat. You know, people say, I want to wear something cool on my head. As long as your head's covered, oops, I lost you. You there?
I'm right there.
Okay, I just lost the screen. I don't know where you went here.
I'll come back. Keep going.
Okay, well, I can't see you, but as long as you can see me.
We can.
Okay, so the micromodals and the rayons, as I was saying, are all natural fibers. As long as you put something on your head, it's going to be warm. Okay, there you are. You're back.
Yep.
So we just want to keep it as cool as possible.
Right.
So then the other fabrics are a rayon challis or batik. Okay, so this is a batik.
I love those.
It's not a stretchy fabric, but I put elastic in the back. And this summer, we're going to be making this adjustable. So if anybody orders something, these are made for a 22-inch, if you measure around your hairline.
Okay.
They're made for a 22-inch head. But if you're a lot larger or smaller, please put a note in your order. I'm happy to make the adjustment.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you, Laurie. That's important to know.
Yeah.
I have people ask that all the time.
Yeah, and well, we're going to be making the batiks more adjustable, but still, in the meantime, it's always good to know. On the new ones that are going to be adjustable, the adjustment will be inside the back band so it doesn't show. Okay, so these are not stretchy. Now, a batik is also made of rayon. It's hand dyed. It comes in very small lots of 15 yards because that's all they can dye at once. And the dye goes all the way through. Okay, the other is a challis. Here's my challis. Oh, here's a challis. Okay, I borrowed a head for the occasion. A challis is the same type of fabric, but it's printed dyed. So you know it's lighter on one side than on the other.
Okay.
Okay, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, you're not going to see it, but just so you know the difference. And what else? What we're coming out with this spring, summer is a cotton. The cotton is going to be a lot heavier. Okay, so this is like almost like the weight, not jeans, but you know, it's like a cotton shirt. So this is heavier. And then the last one is the cotton gauze.
I love those.
This is lightweight, but when you wrap it like this, I'm going to show you in a minute. It's a lot more bulk without being heavy. So it's great for summertime. And they all come in the 1-piece and the 2-piece. So let me tell you about the different styles.
Great.
So what my little lady is wearing here on her head, this is the slouchy hat. Okay, and
people think that that's the only way you can wear it. Everybody thinks that's the only way to wear it.
No, can you see this okay? Do I need to lift it?
Nope. Can you come down with the screen just a little bit? Perfect.
Okay, so this is the slouchy hat. If you don't like it slouchy, anyway, these are great for sleeping, for hanging out, for stuffing. Just tuck it in the back like that. So all I did was just took this and just tucked it in the back. Okay, the other thing you can do with this is kind of scrunch up the front. So it gives you a little more oomph in the front.
Adorable.
Okay. But wait, there's more. I'm sending this over to you guys this week. We've got headbands. These are 8.5 inches wide. They're double layer, so they add a lot of volume. And you'll be able to just put it right over that and have an instant turban.
Adorable. And without tying anything.
Yeah, don't tie anything, just put it on. Now, the other thing with this is you can wear the hat or not wear the hat, but you can put a hat on top of this, and it covers that god awful bald spot we get in the back.
Yep.
See, I mean, and it looks really chic, and it also secures the hat on. So
It does.
these little one-piece ones are just fabulous, and you can wear
that I think is an essential. I think that's an essential to have.
Yeah, and everything that you get from me, hand wash, treat it like a nice lingerie, and hand wash it and hang it up to dry. And you can press it if you need to, but don't be throwing it in the washer or dryer. So those are essential, and I have more colors we're sending over this week. So
Great.
that and the headband, and you can also use that under other turbans to add more volume. And that's a question I get a lot, is how do we add more volume? Because, you lose your hair. I mean, I was like a pinhead. I don't know about the rest of you. Yeah. But if you want more volume, you have to have something, that, like, well, my things add volume. But if you want more than that, wear one of these underneath. The other thing I did is I was showing you the other day these hot buns.
Yeah.
You can put one of those underneath. It'll be scratchy to your scalp. Stick it in a sock and just put it on there and
put it underneath
and
wrap it around.
Volume. So there's some little tricks. Okay, so this is the mysterious one-piece wrap.
And people just think that it's the scariest thing on the planet.
Let me show you. The first time I put this on, I did it with no mirror in one hand. So this is like a long tube, okay? And I got a mirror here, so I'm going to be bouncing up and down a little bit. You wrap it around and tuck it in.
Boom.
Done.
As easy as that.
And if you've had surgery, you can't lift your hands. You can either have someone else do it, or I'm going to keep.
But I love to show this.
You just flip it around. It'll be a little more awkward, but you don't even have to lift your hands. You just bring it around, and I'm tucking it in the back here.
And it looks great.
You see that okay? And
I can. And part of it, I think, is that material is so beautiful.
It's so comfy. And this isn't going to move. It stays on your head all day, and you can tighten it or loosen it by how tight you tie this. So I'm going to show you a few tricks with this. So I just wrapped it around.
Sure.
Let's get fancy. You can twist it. And you can, twist all of it, a part of it. So just twist it and tuck it in. Stays put.
I love it.
And the fun with this, you can knot it, you can twist it, you can do anything with it. So I'm going to show you another basic. This looks so beautiful, like you spent hours on it. Okay, so I'm wrapping it around, and what I'm doing is just bringing it through here. Okay, so if you're getting cold, you can wrap it around where it's a scarf. It's going to be 90 degrees this week. I don't have to worry about that. The other thing you can do is bring it back around like this and tuck it in. My tucks might be a little sloppy because I can't see the back of my head.
That's okay. It really isn't. It's quite lovely.
Look how pretty that looks. I mean, it looks like you spent hours on it. It's so pretty. Okay, so let's show another one. And, I'm showing this on the side, but you can actually start this anywhere.
Actually, Laurie, that's one of the questions I just got was, does it have to be on the side or can it be anywhere?
Good question. Smart girl. Okay, so you can start it right here. Bring it around. I'm going to do, now I've got a face shape like Mr. Ed, so I don't wear stuff that gives me height directly on top because my face is too long. But I know this is a really popular look. And there you go. And you can, you can tuck it in here, or you can tuck it in anywhere you like. If you'd like a little bit of a tail hanging down. Add some big earrings. And, no matter where you move this, it's going to stay put.
Okay.
Okay, so you can start it in the front, you can start it in the back. There's a seam in the back. I'd keep the seam in the back, but you can wrap it anywhere. And, you know, I'm going to show you, because I know this is another really popular one, is that top knot.
Yes.
So what I'm going to do, you know what finger crochet is?
Yep.
Bring a loop and a loop. Okay, I'm going to bring a loop through like that. And then I'll just bring this through. Now I've got a knot that's in place. It's not going to go anywhere. You can twist this and bring it around. Now, usually when I do these, I bring it under the strap to keep it anchored, and then just tuck it in. And then you have that really cute top knot.
So
it's so easy. It's so easy, and that's going to stay put. And you can do this in the front, the back, the side.
Okay, so Laura, you have one that's the purple cotton gauze turban set, and you have a bow on the side of it.
Okay, I'm going to show you that in a second.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to show you one more thing with this, because this is really important.
Take your time. It just, that is a question I got.
All right, remind me, because 7 years later, I still have chemo brain, so whatever. Okay, when I bring this through, you can bring it, you know, like down, or you can bring it up, either one. So if you do this, you know that little loop I just showed you?
Yeah.
You got the loop. You bring it through again, and then bring it back around, and you can twist it or not, or whatever you'd like to do. But I want to show you how pretty this looks in the back.
It looks so pretty.
And it looks like you spent hours on it.
Yeah.
And you can continue this down. I'm going to bring it to the top. So you can see it's just a matter of loops and knots and, you know, whatever you'd like to do. You can bring this and just, I'm just bringing the loops through. I know I'm moving kind of fast here. And now you have a really pretty sort of a braid coming down. And you can then take this and tuck it in. Pretty easy.
So easy and so lovely.
If you don't want to do the loops, you can tie knots. The other thing I've done is taken rubber bands and just, you know, make, let me show you here. Let me see. You can take a rubber band and put that around here and tighten it, and then just spread this out. And I did this with the cotton one the other day, and we started up here, and I did a rubber band with a poof, another rubber band with a poof. We did 3 of them and just spread them out. So it's
that's so pretty.
I'm so glad you asked me to do this. You know, it's you can flip it up this way.
But you look at it in a picture and you think that it's something completely different.
It looks really complicated, and it
looks incredibly complicated.
Yeah, but you see how easy it is. Okay, so I'm going to move to, are there any more questions on this one before I take it off?
No, not on that one.
Okay. All right. Oops. I'm going to put on my net here.
So are you always looking at fabrics and trying to find new fabrics and different?
Oh, I'm a fabric addict. It's a disease.
Are you?
Okay, so here's the batik. This comes in the rayon and the jersey. And they both tie the same way. The rayon and the batik have a little more oomph. The cotton has a little more oomph. So just think a jersey knit is like a really soft t-shirt, so it's not going to stand up, you know. So if you like a softer look, that you wear. So this has gathering in the back. Well, I say the back, you know, one of my clients came in one time because I was shop, and she says, "Oh, this is cute," and she put it on the side, and she says, "Is this how you wear it?" And I said, "Sure." So you can put this gathering on the side, in the back, in the front, anything. So to tie a bow, you'll just wrap it around. And, you know, it's a good idea if you want something centered, is to center it on the opposite side of where you're going to tie it. So see how I have this centered here, because I'm going to tie it here.
Okay.
So if you just want it hanging down, you can tie a knot here. I'll show you this one first. And there you have it. Okay, so you can do this again, side to back. With the bow, you usually just have a single knot. So here I'm just tying a bow. And there's a lot of fabric here, so really fluff this out. See how I'm just pulling that out? There you have it. Pretty easy.
Gorgeous.
Now, I'll tell you, when I was first doing this, it's easy to tie your shoes, but it's not so easy to, tie something on your head sometimes. So what I did is I measured my head, and then I bent my knee. I'm going to stand up a minute. I bent my knee, and I moved it around till I had the same measurement. And then I just, well, this is, necessity being the mother of invention.
Absolutely.
And I tied it around my knee, and I tied a bow, and then I put that on my head, because that's easy, right?
Right.
So then I just.
So then you just put
my head.
That is a great idea.
So I'm going to show you a few more styles with this, and if there's any questions on this, just jump in.
That's the rayon one, right?
This is the rayon batik or the rayon chatty. So you have different colors and different fabrics in this, but the batiks are the ones that have like this mottled or flowered kind of pattern. Okay, so I'm putting it in front. Now this is, if you want something really conservative. I'm centering it in the back. Okay, and then bring it around and just tuck it in. You don't even have to tie it.
So amazing how
you get something really simple. If you like that, turban tie, that twisty, they call them turban. I don't know why they call them turban.
Actually, that was the next one that just popped up. How do you tie? How do you twist it like?
Okay, so I've got it two pieces like this. You twist it once, okay, which I just did. You twist it a second time and tuck it in.
Oh my gosh.
And there you have your little turban. And like I said, you can do this in the back, the front, the side, whatever. And you do get an instruction card with these, but it really helps to see first how it's done.
And your instruction cards are great because they do have the little picture with it, but this is a different kind of instruction because we really need to be able to visualize it, and you show it with such ease. It makes us feel like we can actually do it.
Okay, so I'm going to put it on the side again. This is another one that is really fun. So you go about a third of the way down. Okay. And then I'm going to do this backwards so you can see it. So I'm going to put that here. I'm going to come around here, and so I want to leave a little space. So right about here, I'm going to tie another knot. So I'm just tying another knot. Then you can adjust it one.
Perfect.
Okay. And now I got a little space in between. This is that triple knot. I'm going to tie another knot here and then just tuck those in.
Love it.
Yeah, it looks like you spent hours doing it, and
it really does.
Tied a bunch of knots.
And I think part of it is you really did do a great job of picking such rich, beautiful fabrics that I think it does give you a little edge there as to how great it looks, because the fabric is gorgeous.
Oh, thanks.
It is simply gorgeous.
I did my inventory this weekend. I've got hundreds of colors. Oh my goodness. I went on shopping. So I went down to LA last week and bought more fabric. So it's a disease. But you gotta match your wardrobe. So we've got.
I just was gonna say you have to match your wardrobe.
Yep. So this is a new purple. I'll be sending you this in the next week or so. And then I've got a solid purple jersey. Been really hard to find a purple. Let's see. Any questions so
Nope.
far?
So far we're good. Yep.
Okay. So you can do this really simple or not. You can just wear the hat. You can wear it with a different scarf.
Okay.
And same with that little cap. You can just wear a scarf with it. And you can put headbands on top of this if you want more volume. How are we doing on time? Good.
We're good.
So this is the one I had on earlier.
Right.
And I just happen to have a piece of fabric here that went well with it. So I made a headband just for the occasion. Oops, where is it? Good thing I got a mirror here. Okay. So I'm putting the headband on over this. And then wrap on top of the headband.
So pretty. So you could actually get like that piece and then buy a scarf set that matches and kind of mix them up a little bit.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So there you go.
That is so pretty. I never even thought to do that till you just did it.
Yeah. And you can also wear a headband underneath if you want a little, a different color contrast. Once you start playing with them, once you have the basics, they're really fun and easy. So let me show you with the cotton, because I want to show you the different weights here. So that was I've been working with the jersey, so.
Right, which everybody loves. It's so soft.
Oh, it's really super soft.
Yeah.
So the cotton is just so fabulous. I mean, they all are, if I do say so myself.
You're absolutely right. The gauze is my favorite. I love the cotton because it's so soft, but the gauze has just this airy feel to it. It just feels incredible.
So here it is. Now, it's going to take a little manipulation with these fabrics, but it's so much easier than trying to do a scarf. So usually if this is getting bunchy, I'll just twist it. But I just want to show you the kind of volume you can get with this. These are better twisted. Okay, there we go. But see how that gives more fullness?
Yep. So would you say someone who has more of like a smaller face would do well with something like that? Because it would give them a little bit more.
It might be overwhelming for them. One thing I can tell you about choosing a turban style, how to tie it, it's the same as choosing a hairstyle. So if you have, like I've got a long face and my nose shifts to the right. So I always do something on the left. If you have an oval face, you can wear any style. I hate you. But if you have a really round face, there's something called a half bow, and it's just like it sounds. You tie a bow, and then you do a loop. Instead of doing a second loop, you pull it all the way through. And this gives some volume on the side without making something round here.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. That's a great tip. Like, that's a really awesome tip.
Yeah. So, and you can do this, with the knot, or you could just tie the knot. I'm making this up as I go along. I think if I did this is just a rubber band. If you don't like to tie bows, use a rubber band or, a hair tie.
Right.
There you go.
Because then you can pull the loop through.
Yep. Just pull a loop through and then spread it from there. Like that. Okay, so
Amazing.
this is great for a round face. A dear friend of mine says she's got a head like Charlie Brown. And so we were looking for ways to tie it for her. And this looks great. So when I never wore hats before I lost my hair. I mean, I thought I looked like a dork in them. But what I found in tying the turbans is that you select your turban style in the way that you tie it, the same way you select a hairdo. So if you look better with a lot of bulk here, tie something up there. If you look better with something here, then, you know, wrap things so you have a lot of fullness in this area. Another thing too, you notice I wear this over my ears because I have a long face. Look at the difference if I push it back. This does not look good on me. But for a woman with an oval face or a very short face, this would look fabulous. Okay, so where you wear your turban or your hat or your headband is going to make a difference in how your face shape looks. What my hairdresser told me is to look at your eye line in relation to your ears. So my eyes are higher, they like just hit the tip of my ears. If my face were shorter and they hit here, then I'd be able to wear it like this. But, you know, with this difference, my hair behind my ears doesn't look that great. Or my
I guess if you're like, I wear my hair long, so maybe something that came down a little bit more would be more comfortable for me too, because I'd have that little bit of a scarf hanging down, and I would feel like I had a little bit of something there. I guess I never thought of it like that, to have that hanging down.
On that note, let me take this off. You can, if you tie this, it was easy a minute ago. It was easy when I practiced. Okay, that wonderful bow that I tied, you can tie it in the back.
You do that so well. Adorable.
Isn't that cute?
That is so cute.
So those are the ones that we have right now. Are there any questions so far?
No, I think that probably covered everything. Don't you think?
Okay, I think. Well, I'm going to show you something that this is a really limited edition, but if it takes off well, we'll do more. This is
show us.
Oh boy. Okay, so it's on my Facebook page. We just did that glamorous photo shoot. I was in Rhode Island last year, and I went to this fabric store that I used to shop with my grandmother. It's been there since 1909, and I just went bananas. And they had all these fabulous cottons that are a lot heavier than what I usually use, but I thought, hey, let's be adventurous. So now cotton tends to be, you know, think of a heavy shirt, tends to be a little scratchy if your head's real sensitive. So you'd have to wear, you know, one of the other hats underneath. But look at the bulk this thing has. Well,
but because of the material, the pattern is gorgeous. But also, if you live in a cold climate, that's going to be phenomenal for you.
Oh yeah, and you know, and it's not real heavy. It's cotton. It's thicker.
Right, that's my point. It's going to
really feels pretty cool.
Right.
I know, and you know what I did? I had an extra piece of it, so I put some batting in here.
Oh my God, that is gorgeous.
How cool is that? So I'll do these as I can. Like I said, this is a really limited edition of these prints.
Beautiful.
If they go well, we'll get more. But isn't that fun? So,
it is fun.
You know, you got this windy thing. And
you know, Laurie, the truth of it is we can't, during this process, our hair is falling out and we can't cut it, we can't style it, we can't color it. So why not have a little fun on top, right?
I mean, you can't have purple hair. I mean, you could have purple hair, but what are the chances? This way, you get to decorate your head every day. You know, you can match your outfit. I mean, it's a whole other dimension. Whether you want something really fancy or something really casual, you can really add a lot of color to your day by doing this, and look really attractive in the meantime, and have a lot of fun with it. You know, I mean, God knows
And
we
we
need
both
some
know.
fun when we're going through this.
I just was going to say, you need fun. And the other thing is if you look in the mirror and you look great, you know, you're going to feel better about yourself. And it's going to make walking to the grocery
Absolutely.
store and to those doctor's appointments so much easier because you are feeling better about yourself.
Absolutely. You know, one of the
Laurie,
little blessings we can give ourselves.
I cannot thank you enough for taking time out of your busy
Oh,
fabric
anytime.
schedule and joining us for the first Diva Lounge. I'm psyched. I'm so excited. I really
Me
am.
too. And
So
you
I've
know,
been,
these themselves, I think, would be a whole tutorial. If you know they take off and people want more information about them, I'm happy to do another one because I think these are going to be really fun.
great. Well, I've been linking your website and our website and all the different wraps and stuff you have on the side there, and hopefully people will be reaching out to us and we'll see what happens.
Oh, great. Great.
Yay!
And remember, if there's any questions about sizing, put a note in your order and I'll be happy to take care of it for
That's
you.
actually really important to know because I do have a lot of clients that say to me, my head's really big. I don't know if this is going to fit me. So I'm going to let them know that from now on that we can adjust that. And I will send you a message to just let you know that this is needs to be a little larger or a little smaller.
Yeah, yeah. And when you measure your head, you measure it around the natural hairline and across, you know, just where this would go.
Right.
You know, just where that would go. All righty.
Perfect. Well, you have a fabulous day in sunny California. It's freezing cold here in upstate New York.
Oh, sorry. Perfect timing. Here comes UPS.
Oh, good. Well, you go see UPS and we'll talk soon, Laurie. Have a great day.
Thanks. You too. Bye-bye. Hello. Doing a video conference. Your timing was perfect. See that?